Hello viewers, welcome to Kboxtv. It's your boy Kofi Jr. and today we are here live on our platform where we showcase the talent that's in Africa, the talent that's in Ghana, and of course those in the world too as well. Today we get to talk to one of the guys who's gradually writing his name in the history of boxing or Ghana boxing as one to be, a world champion very soon. Currently he's the WABU champion and also the UBO champion. I mean the West African Boxing Union champion and then also the Universal Boxing Organization champion. He was in a fight against the veteran Krampah at the Bukom Boxing Arena, which was on the set match, just on the same card that Michael Wambulet Azan and then Sheriff Wang Time Kwe fought, and then he secured a very sweet victory, earning him 2 titles the very first time that he mounted the ring. I mean, the very first time at a shot at titles. He's one of the well-branded boxers. He's currently being sponsored by Ashfoam. He works with, Alex Ntiamwa, who is the box office promotions CEO at the moment. And of course, there are some talks in the Ghana boxing news that one of the very good fighters also wants his title. Today, I get to speak to him. He tells his story. We get to know him. And of course, if there's anything that you'd like to know about him, you definitely send us a question and then he will respond to it. My guest on the show today is Alfred Lamptey. We call him Showtime. Some of the guys also call him Bukom Bomber. So we're going to bring him on and then you get to speak to him very soon. But guys, before I bring him on, please, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, the link is in the description below. Click the link and then subscribe to the YouTube channel as soon as possible. So that anytime that we come on here and we get to talk to anybody or any fighter, you'll be notified and then you know what, get to also know about the person. Tell a friend to tell another friend to tell a friend that we have Alfred Lamptey, aka Showtime, aka the Bukom Bomber on the show today, and we get to speak to him and get to know more about him. Alfred, welcome to Kboxtv.
Thank you.
Nice one. Guys, we'll be speaking now with Alfred Lamptey, and then along the line, we'll be able to translate for you people to also get to know about him. Alfred,
Yeah.
Mempi who send me messages speak. Many my people questions feel koni fans any aleboe ke many huni leboe and I connect ke connect keni next time kebo who mount ring them here. I met you I'm a kwebo. First of all, Kaka Alfred Lamptey, hello moko kwe online ke Alfred Lamptey. Me no have money alle about bo.
Oh, kemu konkwe na kaya. Ma means money more. Ya no ne kwe. Ona. Sake of J from boxer you.
Nice.
Ona. Mas money more. Ya no ne kwe. Ona.
Nice one. She Alfred, mini hani o decide akashi ubato ni ocho boxer.
Oh, no me first ko ke no ni if you am for game if you am for beno me papa no ngale dole papa no me no ona ni no jemi ona ni mu ko game ake o ni papa nye fi ho ba sa ni ma fi no ba ko game serious ni ya training back no fi ano do ni ba le game mba biji juvina amateur no mba fangbente kumase ya no ya ko good medal keba oh inani ake o inesa ni dash na ke dash ele game ele nye ma fe no mba ko game serious mba dromo na ne game share.
Nice one. Guys, it's a very interesting story that Alfred is saying. He says that his father himself used to be a boxer. He couldn't reach to the top. May God bless his soul. He passed. But then when he saw his father do the boxing, he got very interested in it. He also picked it up. And the thing is that he decided to take it very serious, just like his dad did. And then the good thing from it is that he went to Kumasi, brought a gold medal, and today he's in the game, and today he's a champion. When I Google now type Alfred Lamptey and only one Nanji UBO and WABU champion. To feel out there.
Oh, me feel good, boy. I get better in koye mi shewa.
Nice.
Mako noni finaka.
Nice one. In stream over the first fight too, over the last fight. You talk in fights no fair. The online Kboxtv in our fan. Kabodento Kweboni o progress ye o first fighter who kashi bi anani o ko titles there. No me te genia no me easy loan is allow ewa te ona genia ten.
Trainer good. Ona trainer good. Ni men ke no fan je anamui. Me ame strong. Ona ni je anamui. Ona. Yeah. No konyo gene kegbe me no. Jibe je film boxer jibo. Ona ni. Yeah.
Makai bo feel no me oje me no me okay John Community trainer. One of the fighters in the me Ghana or film like ebane eshe nwewa. Ni unfortunately unfortunately eba shibo. Ne shibo te makai time te affectable ten.
Ne shimi ni anukwale ni edomwa ni o coach chamne ke mi ake o don come eje mi ni edomwa na gabile ani fi basa ile non ma fi ani fi basa first of all ni male ijole no gela we ku agba.
Nice one. Guys, we're talking about one of his very good friends who used to be a boxer but has left us. His name is John Comey. In fact, a very good talent of our standard in Ghana. We all thought that he could also get to the very top, but he left us, and he's saying that it was one of the painful moments in his life. And this had actually about winning world title. Nice one. Black Panthers gym few. Like a Black Panthers, a cat bad man. No to them. Honey, Mary, Black Panthers gym, you Hannah Melly.
Gmail, or better go, no go Benjamin. She called by Jim, turn up what? I turn up, turn you come and no nakupu about 10 Bunbuko, because you feel like oh, 10 now train me. I said, man, turn more than that. Onani, or Benuko. Gmail, you call by Jim or Boleto, Nagel, Gmail or Bewo Pat, no go Benjamin. She was coaching 1 year, good coach. Onani, 1 year, good coach. Yeah, it was Musa. Yeah.
Nice. Coach Ebenezer, Ghana favorite tall Coach Hila. Nagashi, Ukale Tuni Echewa. Te Ukale relationship your thing. Hello, Alfred Onue. Alright, guys, we're talking to Alfred Lamptey.
No more fight.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I can interrupt both. She no we in your shack she fans saying no we are talking to Alfred Lamptey, one of the very young fighters that has been branding himself very well as a boxer. He's currently the WABU and then the UBO champion, and we have him on the show today. We are speaking to him to get to know his plans and what he has in store. And he said like pretty cool or interesting things so far. And I think the interview is going to be great. I just pray that the internet will be stable with us so that we can have a very good interview. Lumia Obio coach san in internet fame and if you want to know okay or
coach in coach a good mind wa. Good mind wa. Yeah. Je mo koni shio alo je mo koni fio mo basa. Shinko che
Inaka different gyms who can feel parent can be kumeji one no koni coach PFA she ekebo feel like no one obaka kashi no ni hani o build the confidence there ojugba over time lo.
Yeah. Ni kona mo koni agele ya gym to gym benaka mo ona good boxer ona ni yeah je mo koni shio mo gbe alo no ko ni ke mo ko npe wa ge o coach mo ni mo ke fi o gym me anu o ka ma fi no ona ni yeah.
All right, one question who ni international be any I'm a follower boy. You think one guy for the US again? Of course, he's a very young boxer. She OAJ Ebenwe she professional boxer. Me no ni a coach say hani no amateur P than a top professional. Now can go me no okay ole.
Oh, naga bomo le mi ke lage. Ebi sani ne bi mi ele sani e good wa. Amateur P. Amateur le no amateur. Inno juvenile inno P. Inno get it. What he said, oh, tomorrow maybe 2017 he got gold medal can history region. And he got gold medal can history region. Amateur le no amateur P keke.
Ona kashi oya like Olympic Games alonoko na kan ni no ya egba ona.
Oh, Egbana moshi Egbana cho. Ona ni. Egbana cho. Mi o pa kanji kwa ga mi ten ko ma ko good ke o Ghana yan nya. Ona ni. Shina ke mi ya Egbana cho. Ona. Ni me o je won mi o pa ke ka mi te ama ko no ku ke ba Ghana. Ni so le amu fi ama ma ko no ku ke ba Ghana. Ile age won ambanya me fi.
Okay, I know about who fight no. One of the fights no ni alo akel ukemo ba no ni me wi akeshi fight ne wa ibanye min to fight no ke Raymond coming no ye I think kwewu alo I think around kwewu ne me no na kan fight hu ya no ye menkumeni ole ame min to akeshi me jega ano ye ga no ye Eastern region he ko ni na kan fight yes na kan fight te una fa na kan fight te
fight na fight easy kra na fight me you are go meza good boxer me yeah them young boxer you ona inye magme ya edi numo na ba yi ona ni yeah na ka bile la coach e am good condition wa
okay
ona ni train hard ona ni yeah train hard ngele ba no.
Nice one. Yeah. No move from na can fight na pebble with Krampah fight in Bukom Boxing Arena. Na can fight Beni other fight no me your confidence I can show by winning na can fight look.
And your confidence wa no na can fight no ji in fight ni training fe mo go nya no go tight. You training fe
Okay.
Ni bamba no.
Okay.
Condition ni oba bamba no.
Interesting. Ni o defeat le ni aketa tele habwe to feel it there.
If na get be na le na get better ami inake ene ko uko esa no wo sa yin. Ona ni yani na mi she wa sake of in first bet ni no na
Yeah.
Ni game ko ni ba no rough. Ona ni game ko ni ba no rough. Ina tui be tui shale.
All right, guys, I'm still talking to Alfred Lamptey. We are having a little internet problem, but we'll still get him back on the show for him to talk to us about how he felt after he won the WABU and then the UBO title at the Bukom Boxing Arena. He said pretty interesting things so far, especially about how the fight against Krampah was the one that he really... Yeah. Onue. Yeah, Alfred Onue. Hello, Alfred. Onue. Alfred Onue. I think we are having a little internet problems, but we still have Alfred within range. So we'll definitely try again to get him on the show to get the audio right, and then we'll continue with the show. She Alfred Onue. So guys, let me just give you let me just translate one of the few things that he said within the time that we are waiting for him to connect. He said that the fight against Krampah was one of the fights that he really trained a lot. He said he trained as if he was going to fight for a world title. He was super conditioned, he was very ready, and all he had in his mind was, he had to bring that title home, to crown the hard work that he was putting in the gym at the moment and as at that time. And then, of course, what he wanted is what came through, and it was one of the things that he's very proud about. And of course, it was also the very first time that he was going to fight for a title. And it wasn't just one title, but two titles. So, he knew he had a lot at stake and he had to come home with both titles, which he eventually did. And he said it was one of the great moments in his career so far. Alfred Onue. So while we wait for Alfred to continue, or whilst we try to connect with him again, we see a lot of comments coming in. This is coming from Prince Okonante, one of his guys, or one of the fighters in Ghana. He said, "Yeah, Showtime, my G. Yeah, we also call him Showtime. Like I said, his name is Alfred Lamptey, aka Showtime, aka Bukom Bomber. So any of these names are in. If you see him in town, you call him any of those names, he responds to it. Alfred Onue, local Onue, one of my like Onue. Alfred Onue. Hello, Alfred. I think the internet is lagging, but more comments coming in. Seth Japan is saying he's a very good boxer. Also coming in from Isaka. Isa said, "Great stuff. Keep it up, Lamptey, and say hi to him for me, of course." Okay, all right, Isaka. Okay. No, we about victory and you Unoye. I'll fight no Unoye Bukom Boxing Arena. When I can before I can fight no me COVID-19 war boxing a year not to boxing yard not to boxing yard ni we attaching him for a very long time. Danny I release Akeshinibi. Oh, I think we've lost him. We've lost him by we're going to keep in touch with him for him to try again, and then we get him back on the show. But reading the comments that are also coming in, this is from George Lorenzo. He says more power up, and yes. Also coming in from one of the best photographers that we have in the game. He also has a boxing show coming up very soon, which is going to be on every Saturday. Keep it on the Messenger, aka 29 Boxing Studios. One of the photographers the best photographers that we have in Ghana. Keep it locked on his page. Very soon, he's going to have a boxing show coming up, so keep it up or keep your eyes glued to his page. He also came in again to say that Alfred is my world champion, and so we should let you know how valuable many Ghanaians, including 29 Boxing Studios, see Alfred Lamptey. This is also coming in from Jerry Latte. He's doing great. You should keep it up. Jerry Latte is one of the fantastic fighters that we have at the moment. He's a boxer. He trains at the Fifth Square Boxing Gym, and also a colleague of Alfred Lamptey. Alfred, in Nakashi, I show love here online. Wow. In Nakashi, Ghana boxer there, photographer, friend show. I'm in trouble live love here. Yeah, social media. Think I can love me and I can have where to feel okay.
Influence here, so many may have comment can be influence here, so I'm a game of fear. Money mafia. No influence here, so
nice.
Influence here, so
nice. All right, Alfred. What on Nabiane? Who call it Asum? T-shirt nice one kuni wo. Last weekend we wuni okota jule. One I guess you te Asum ni. Okay, title title say ya hame. Ka okwo career ke boni onye obomode no na sponsors at this age. How no feel me? How does it motivate you Akeshi over fame more? Kuno kana more sponsors.
Me first of all, mother, I like to tell my watches. I get me this opportunity. New pack man more sponsors. One, two, more me that as from Biash. Me da me fe onupa me da me shi manager say me da me shi ke no na me fe am me da me shua I make more challenge ona me da me shua aga me fe na me da me shua.
All right. Ni okay title ya ha me amekebo no kupote ni efe ha ni ofe ujama keshi oba ya hie walu. Onwe.
Me know.
Yeah, we are having a little internet problem. Okay, all right. Ni ote ni ke title ya ha me amekebo no ko ni no ko na amekebo ni to assume say like sani o work extra hard and okay reach what title lo.
Yeah, I make no na me ke me ake bia ne ona inka bo no ni man bia ba wi etu ona ne inka di man bia se ni se mi in have take in chance allo no ko she no ni coach ke ba wi in bullet tu ona ne mani ma she more well tight ona ne yeah mi o pa ke mani ma ko well tight ona ne yeah
Okay, all right.
ni so le ma ke ma ko well tight.
Okay. Me
Instead
to
of
ma
coach ni nye je femo coach Ebenezer je nu ofo le chemo coach killer mi da le chwa.
Okay. Me to ni ma hani Ghana be in na o last show no na no Bonnie will stop opponent and well let me just some few seconds though. I'm going to share a picture of how he knocked his opponent down and how his opponent, I mean the facial expression of his opponent at the last fight. So guys, this is Krampah after he got knocked down by Alfred Lamptey at the Bukom Boxing Arena. And after this fight, he was decorated with the WABU title. And then some few days later, he was given the other title, which is the UBO title at the Ghana Boxing Authority office. Pictured there is Alfred Lamptey with his team, including his trainer, Ebenezer Lamptey. Ebenezer, we usually call him Coach Killer. And yes, we see Alex Ntiamwa in the blue shirt on your right, and of the Mr. Boham also in your shot. You see the Ghana Boxing Authority Secretary in the photo as well, including other guys that also work with Alfred, both trainers and then promotion wise. Alfred, Alex Ntiamwa, manager. Oh, okay, we lost him. I wanted him to speak to the fact that many people don't know that he works with him. You know, he works with Alex Ntiamwa. So we'd like to get more information about him and how long the two of them have been working, and then what plans that they've told him that they have for him at the moment. We have also some few comments coming in. I want to continue from Isaac Selom. He said, "Good champ." He also came to say, "Good boxer." From Eric Commodore, one of the regular commenters of our show. We really appreciate you, Eric Commodore. He says, "Isaka is a hard one." He said, "I think one Lee Chamingo." I hope I got it right. But then I think we have Alfred back on the show, so we will go back to him and then we will continue from there. Sorry, Alfred. Me pilia keshi okay Alex Ntiamwa Antini as boxer ke manager, hello boxer ke promoter. Mini Mr. Ntiamwa Ekebo ni ni wole ni ebani won la keshi nuku moneke okay I'm feeling like okay Alex Ntiamwa ye contract ko ni keshi okele nchumulo.
Over there contract.
Okay, I'll find you. Okay, So guys, you just got it from there. He's working with Alex Ntiamwa as o manager ni alo promoter ni.
Alex Ntiamwa offering promoter.
O promoter ni. Okay, right. So he's working with him as a promoter. Guys, he got it from him exclusively from here. So for all the people that have been asking the relationship between Alfred Lamptey and then Alex Ntiamwa Boakye, he's concluded it here that Alex Ntiamwa Boakye is his promoter. Okay, Alex is tuning in for some time. Almost all shows no a show no. Te una ohi yeah Alex Ntiamwa de in the next 2 to 3 years. Te una keep that thing.
Over no get no you have any new law.
Ni okalecho ni te una o future thing yeah boxing me. Te una o future thing yeah boxing me. Guys, please bear with us. We are not having the best of internet connection.
You know a champion, you know a champion. Say go feel like again money mafia. Okay. Money mafia. I'm want me war me wallet.
One more way.
In I get where champion give me wa. Onani. I'm want me war me wallet. Onani. I say boxer. I'm any coach back ever get you free. Don't know why you free. Onani. Coach champion. Onani. Wa fu no fia no to champion. Onani. Coach champion. Yeah, how many abache bo say who wa get wa you free. Allo no always say full time mo ake mini. Nege time ma you free. Onani. How many mo bache wa get ya train allo no ko. Ona. Nanu ba train. Yeah.
Okay. Bien kawokwe COVID-19 ne ba ehani ni bi kuma face slow. Wana promoting to mobeni wana to mo first wana fight to mobeni wana fight. Ni shibia ne wana ka hindi bi ya few ni bi ya no to mobeni won to ne yale. Beni COVID-19 ba ni ona ni fight ba no me te o feel oten.
Oh, ehani COVID-19 ni ba le ehani no fear no ba feel slow. No fear no ba feel slow. No do mo ba yipo. Ko teach po iwa. Onani. No do mo ba yi ko teach po iwa. Onani mi soli ake ilani ba. Iya. Onani. Mi soli ake ilani ba iya. Ni wo game enye ya no. Onani. Ni wo game enye ya no. Yeah.
Nwe ni wo ba show eno.
Ilaba gba.
Ina ke o fans nkwewa no o fans mi no ba ka meye neke hila na ebe agbo na mba feni ameba keep amehe ojugba kani bi fe ja amenya ameba kwebo mo e Bukom Boxing Arena mini advice oba no ke ha me neke bi ami e be na mi nu oyo ne
Mi fans no ni ma ka meji ka me kan shi ame soli wa sake of ila amika kai for onani wa no ka me nye ameka me aka pete pi ona sake of ila wa de shomo nuko ila ga won ko egbegbe me pi onani mi pa me fa wa onani ken mo fi odo mo ni ila te mi o pa ke ifanse mo fi amu ona abe ishi ojugba onani
nice one comments ko e ba bia no ni minto ni what can I make? Okay, Holidogbato against John Laryea for the national featherweight title, and with the winner should take on Alfred Lamptey for the UBO and WABU. Mincho Akeshi, me feel like Akeshi Sani okay Sani me feel like I tani holy ke John Laryea ame ano ke ame no winner ke boy ba no money we na kasa ne me no call mo
menyo ameshare kun level kra ameshare kun level kra na ka menyo ni achon ameshare kun level kra ama kase ni na me be kun se governor na me no ina aga yi mi ring me obegbe ene aga yi mi ring me se gov ama kase ni na me be kun ama gbele amedwe mo mi ona ni yeah ama gbele amedwe mo mi na me be kun se governor na me no le mi onyo ge ni ma du mo yin dabi me for onyo gene ma du moyin yeah no ama kasini na me be ko.
Interesting. We had a comment coming in from Coach Kaloko. He said the messenger. I think he was responding to Carl, the messenger's message as Alfred Lamptey is my world champion and the best gym so far. I'm sure those will be the response that Kaloko came in as the messenger. And talking about Kaloko is a trainer of some of the best fighters that we have. He's the trainer or the owner of Bronze Boxing Gym, also in Accra, where he has the talent like John Laryea. He also has Dixon. He also has Abu Bakari. He has Felix Ajom. A lot of I'll say the young fighters that we have at the moment. Many of them are from the Kalokoji, which is a bronze boxing team, and then he came in to say him. But you guys heard from what Alfred Lamptey said that he thinks that Oli Dogbeto and then John Laryea are not of his caliber at the moment, so he wants them to go back to the training or the gym and then prepare extra for him. She week in the video koni John Laryea kakeshi let if you ready habowa. She won't kakeshi train extra. No, no, we that tomorrow. Oh, na like she ejimokunu banye kebe no jino e. Alo je na kan yo.
Ofoge.
Nke week na one video ko huni no me John Laryea ka keshi if he ready na eto na kebe no. Ni bo ka keshi if ko ready. No boko ba ka keshi ko le o se gbe no ka keshi if ko ready e. Anina kanji sani alo usumonu kalabano toloni je. I think we've lost him. We'll try to bring him back, and then we'll ask him of the John Laryea situation because he's saying that he wants the guy to go train extra because he's not of his caliber at the moment, and we want to find out if it is because he's trying to duck him. That's why he's saying what he's saying, or for real, he feels like for real they are not of his at his level. Nice comment also coming in. This coming from Isaac Selom. He says, very good, champ. You're talking nice. Good show. Thank you, Isaac Selom. This is also coming from Oheneba Skota. He says that John Laryea will beat you up. Interesting. I mean, these are the people that motivate or makes the competition in Ghana very interesting. This is also coming in from Sabali. He says, world champion. And also from Anita Adi. He says, that's my son. Yes, of course, we have a lot of fighters that are that have, the fans have taken them as their sons and all that. So yeah, he says that's their son. But guys, we are getting more information from the fighter Alfred Lamptey. It's been a very good time having him on the show. We're trying to bring him on and then find out, the plans that he has in the coming months or say years, and where he sees himself in the. I mean, yeah, I think where he sees himself in the coming few years. He said very interesting things, speaking about the relationship between him and Alex Ntiamu as a boxer and a promoter. And of course, he thanked Ashfom for helping or supporting him to get to the level that he is, and what they told him when they went to present the titles to them, and which has motivated him to want to do more and to keep himself in the range. The things that there's a possibility that Alfred Lamptey will be back in the ring to fight John Laryea, but more details will be revealed as time goes on. And when these informations are available, we'll definitely have him on the show again and then speak to whoever he'll be going to fight with. at the moment, because of COVID-19, a lot of things, especially as much with boxing in Ghana, has slowed down a little bit. But few promoters are doing their very best to make sure that they keep these boys fighting as competitively as possible. And so definitely we know that with these measures, the promoters are doing their best to give the fans the best of fights. And it is what motivates me to, or makes me have that feeling that Alfred Lamptey's defense will be one of which will be a very it wouldn't be against any ordinary fighter, but it will be against a very crack fighter. And with John Laryea in the news like yesterday and 2 days ago on UTV and all that, calling him out, I have a very strong feeling that that fight will be next. And as time goes on, if that comes to like when Alex Ntiamwa concludes talks with these two fighters, and then we have it happening, we'll try as much as possible to get Alfred Lamptey and then John Laryea on the show for us to get their opinions on what exactly is going to happen on that day. I had a few words with messages with Carluco. I wanted to have John Laryea on the show, but then we had a conversation, and then I think I agreed with him that he would want the fight to be, pushed or sort of happen, and then we will have the fighters on the show. And so yes, it's been great having Alfred Lamptey on the show. I was trying to see whether I can get him on. Alfred, don't know it. I think we are having some few network issues, and so it is distracting, or interrupting the show. But we've had a better time with him. He's giving us many information as much as possible, and of course the comments coming in from you guys has also been overwhelming and amazing. This is also coming in from Anita Hadi again. He said, tell him he should train harder for me. And also from JJ Clotte, he says, although he's fought experienced guy, I don't think he's had any hard test than Julio Dogbeto and John Laryea. All them experienced guys he's fought are old. He should fight someone who's young. So this is coming in from JJ Clotte. He says that even though Alfred has fought very experienced guys, most of the guys that he fought are young, are older guys. And so for us to see whether he's really ready for the world, it will be great for him to take on some of these young fighters. And the young fighters that he's talking about is a kid like Julio Dogbeto. Julio Dogbeto has been managed and promoted by Ace Power Boxing Promotions, one of the amazing boxing syndicates that we have in Ghana. They have Wuku and all those guys under their belt, and they've done very good in marketing and promoting their fighters. And so I think it can't go wrong when you try or looking at Ace Power Promotions and Alex Ntiamwa box office power promotions, that they've done a lot of cool promotions together. I don't think this fight will be so difficult to be made. And of course, another name that he brought up was John Laryea. I don't also think it will be a very hard fight to make because Alex Ntiamwa is a very good friend of the head trainer of Bronze Boxing Gym, which is Carl Loco's gym, which is Carl Loco. I mean, Lawrence Loco, he was in the comment not too long ago. So I think it would not be a very difficult fight to make. Once the terms and everything are agreed, I think these guys could also take the ring and give us a very fantastic show. If you ask me of what I think, whether it was too early to pair these guys, I would say it is not too early because as fans, we deserve the best. And before we can take a fighter to go represent Ghana anywhere in the world, it would be great for them to have cruised over every opponent that they have domestically, so that when we know that this fighter is at the top and is fighting, we are very confident that this guy can really bring the glory that we need. Because if a fighter is leaving the shores of Ghana or Africa and is going to represent Ghana in, say, US or UK, and then it so happens that he has sort of dodged some of the people that we thought that if he had faced them, we would have had better judgment of whether he's really ready for the world or not. And it so happens that he goes to fight and he doesn't win. We'll start pointing fingers at the way the promoters promoted the boy to get to the top. And we'll even question how he was even able to get to the top without fighting or having a very competitive fight with the people in the game at the moment. And so I would always support the people who are saying that they would want for this fight to happen before the guys take to the next level. It is so unfortunate that we live in an era that when a fighter has a loss on his record, we think that he is not good enough to have or to fight in the world. But the truth is, lose or win is all part of the game. You fight, you win some, you lose some, sometimes you get a draw, you know. And if the guys are able to fight against themselves, all right, have very good fights, we have very good matchups. Look, giving them very good pairings and all that to fight. I think it motivates the boys, you know, and have that kind of confidence before leaving the shores of Ghana to go fight out there. Not too long ago, we had a few of our world champions making this complaint that sometimes when you cast their eyes back to look at what is happening in Ghana, they always question our fighters. That some of them are having the easy way. You know, they don't really fight the tough guys. They find a way of ducking the tough guys in the game, and then, you know, before you realize he's fighting somewhere in Kazakhstan, fighting in Russia and all that, and then the guys come back home losing. But I think what he said is true. If we pair the boys to fight with each other, you know, we would really, really know who is world class, who's world ready, who needs grooming, who needs to be trained extra, who needs you know, we'll be able to distinguish who really is a journeyman and who's really ready for the world. And so for the people bringing in names like Alfred Lamptey, bringing names like Holy Dogbeto and then John Laryea, I think it's a very good test, and we really know if Alfred is really ready for the world. Who knows? Maybe if these guys pair against each other, we'll find different results, and that's what we want. We want competition. You know, we want to convince the average person or the person who's living at East Legon to go like, hey, you know what? These guys are fighting, so come and watch. If the person comes to see the sits at the Bukom Boxing Arena or wherever the fight is promoted, and we see like very easy fights, like some of the fights, we even look at it and go like, this guy's going to lose just because of the way the boxer is even carrying himself. You know, the guys don't really even present themselves like they are world ready to or fight ready to come off to come to deliver. But if you really give us very good competitions like this, I think it will be great. When the fight was or when rumors came up that there'll be a possible fight between John Laryea and then Alfred Lamptey, I looked at one of the comments that came in from Believer. Believer is one of the matchmakers from Ghana. He said it was a very good fight, and I agree that it's a very good fight. You see, we live in a time where, you know, the ducking has been so many that we don't really get to see the guys, you know, really fight very good fights, you know, and so it has become like a new normal. But the truth is, it is not normal. We really need to see the guys fight each other, whether the fighter is whether the fighter is going to be. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You know, we need competition. We were trying to convince the average person at East Legon and at Cantonment and all that to come to the Bukom Arena to come watch fights. It starts from giving these guys very good competition. And if I say very good competition, it means that these are the new generation that are coming. Let's pair them against each other. Understand? Let's bring in competition from Nigeria. Let's bring in tough competition from Benin. Let's bring competition from Burkina, even from Cote d'Ivoire and the rest of the people. If we can go all the way to like Europe and Americas and then Mexico to go bring fighters, let's bring these guys competitions from the nearby countries, right? If the nearby people are not able to come to the country because of COVID-19 as it is in the country at the moment, let's bring in competition from the same neighborhood that we are. You understand? Let's really bring them that competition, and that way we'll be able to know if the fighters that we say we are supporting and really ready for the world are truly ready, like we are saying that they are. Let me go back to the comments and let me take some few comments. This is Coley versus Lamptey is a very good fight. It's coming in from Clarence Seedoff, and of course I also agree that it's a very good fight. It's also coming in from Eric Commodore again. He said, in my opinion, both boxers are potentially good. That is John Laryea, expensive boxer, and Alfred Showtime. However, both boxers need a couple of fights to hone their craft before pairing. But Eric, I asked myself, who do we pair them against? If you go on the Ghana, if you go on Boss Rec at the moment, and then you go to the fighters that we have in the featherweight, you know, I'm trying to get that information for you, Eric Commodore. If you look at John Laryea, right? You look at John Laryea. and then or the featherweight division that we have at the moment, you ask yourself, who are the fighters in that particular division at the moment? We are looking at, we have 14 featherweight boxers at the moment. At the moment, we have Alfred Lamptey being number 1, Felix Williams is number 2, Michael Papo number 3, John Laryea is number 4, Hulidugwato is number 5, Solomon Mate is number 6, John Krampah 7, Isaac Nete is 8, Edward Kambasa 9, Emmanuel Otu 10, Mustafa Apia 11, Kamarudin Boyfio 12, Emmanuel Ayi 13, and then Emmanuel Mantaka Saki as 14. These are the guys in the featherweight division. So if we are saying that if of course, like, it is opinion, we are all trying to add up to get a way forward. So I like the fact that you guys are sending your contribution and your comments. If you are saying that we should sort of they need to have some sort of competitions, and then before we put them together, who do we pair them together? Because if I look at the 14 fighters that we have in the division, the only fighters that maybe I'll say these guys haven't fought will be like maybe Michael Papo. Apart from that, Michael Papo, Solomon Mate, Holudubeto, and who? Emmanuel Otu. Because most of them have fought Edward Kambasa, Isaac Nate. They've already fought some of these guys. If you look at the names between these two fighters, he's already fought Alfred. What's his name? Raymond Comey. Kambasa, he's fought him. That's Edward Kambasa. He's already fought him. He's also already fought. I was trying to get the names for Kamarudin Boyfio. He's already fought him. The one fighter that I was thinking that Laye was going to get, which was the name of this guy, Ezekiel Anna, on the Don's promotion show at the La Palm Beach. When they fought, it was a very good fight. It ended in a draw. I was thinking that there was going to be a rematch, but it never came on. But whatever it is, the guys that are already, the 14 guys that are already in the featherweight division in Ghana, most of the guys have fought, most of them, or these two names that we are talking about, Alfred Lamptey and then John Laryea, they've already fought almost like, let's say, more than half of them. You see, so where's the competition coming from? Unless you are saying that we want to go bring in competition from outside Ghana to come fight them, which I gladly embrace and would love. And that will mean that apart from the Ghana experience, they are also gathering some experience fighting within Africa or outside Africa, which would be great. But at the moment, we don't really see that happening, you know. And so if we really want to see who is going to sit at the top of the chain, it will mean that these three guys, Holy, John Laryea, and Lamptey, will fight each other, and they will know who will sit at the top. You know, like Michael Lancer said when he was paired against Sheriff Kwe, he asked Ghanaians or boxing lovers that who has Sheriff Kwe fought. His question was that he has fought some of the very best. He brought in the name of Oluwaseyi and all that. All right, and then you look at the resume of Sheriff Kwe. Of course, he's also had some very good fights. But then if you looked at the names that he had fought, they were very crack and very tough fighters against what Sheriff Kwe has fought. And that is what what believers say is coming to mind, that it's high time that the Ghanaian fighters fight themselves. We should shy away or stop these guys from fighting like just ordinary guys and pair them against real competition. The guys, unfortunately, many of them do not go to the Olympic Games or have not been to like some of this championship, even All African Championship and all that. Let's take these two fighters that you are talking about and let's bring them back into the conversation. Alfred Lamptey and then John Laryea. They've not really gone for the Olympic qualifiers and for them to even qualify to the Olympics, and they haven't also been to the how do you call it, the All African Games or Commonwealth Games for that matter. For us to go like, okay, these guys are really ready. Also, the tournament that they've even gone like locally will be the domestic leagues or the domestic tournaments that we have in Ghana. So They've not even been to West African tournaments for them to go represent Ghana on some of these shows to go like, okay, they are really ready for the world. So they've entered the amateur boxing very early, which to me, I say it is good. If you take a boy, let's bring Canelo into the conversation. Canelo came into the game 15 years, and today he's like the best in the world at the moment. So it is possible we can bring in the young fighters, but when they come into the game, let us give them the opportunity for them to grow and then to mature in the game. So I would always say that as much as the guys are, it would be great for us to let them go their ways out and then come to the top. It would be very great if we rather pair them against each other for them to fight, and then we go and then we get to know who really will be the next big thing for Ghana. Because at the moment, Kaluko will say that his boxer is the next big thing because it's being backed by some of the best people in Ghana. I'm talking about the Asamoah, the the Nimados, the UTV guys. You understand? And then for a promoter, the biggest for me, I always say Alex is almost the biggest promoter we have in Ghana. So for the biggest promoter in Ghana to have a promotion contract with Alfred Lamptey and to promote him to become a WBO, to become a UBO and then a WABU champion, then I'll say he also sees something great in Alfred Lamptey for him to want to back his money and then invest in him to get to the level that he is. But for boxing people, it would always be a conversation on who we think is the best. And like we have seen happen with Sheriff Quay and then Michael Lansan, it would be great if we can have the same for these two guys or three guys. In this case, it's even three guys. So we can even have some sort of play where all these guys will fight against each other, and we get to know who really is the next big thing to represent Ghana in the world. So that the people that we stream our fights for them to watch, they'll go like, yeah, this guy is really the next big thing. Because guys, you have no idea. A lot of people send me messages in my Instagram, in my Twitter, asking me about, oh, when is this guy fighting? When is that guy? I think this guy. Kofi, do you think this guy is the next thing? Do you think, because I feel like he did this and all that. But then again, I come to Kboxtv and I watch the show that I do, and then I see the comments coming in, and then the back and forth that the fans have. Wouldn't you want this thing to be clear once and for all, where you can also sit there and go like, okay, I think this guy is the next big thing. I mean, let's just get interactive and let's just get talking and get to understand how I feel and how you feel. Because the thing is, if we are able to get the one person or the two people that we go like, this is it for us in the featherweight division, it would be great. Win or lose, they'll still go on and then have some fights in the world and still bring some sort of glory. But don't forget, Andy Ruiz was on the B side before he became the A side after he beat Anthony Joshua. He went into the fight, everybody thinking that he was going to lose. Yes, he went there to lose, but then he showed the world that he wasn't going to lose. So maybe we compare these two guys together, Alfred Lamptey and then John Laryea, and maybe one of them would win, and we'll go like, oh, maybe this guy is going to be the next big thing, and we'll find out that the other person would rather go into the world and shock the world. It is there. It is in boxing. We've seen it. We've seen it over and over and over again. Like I said, I brought in the Andy Ruiz situation because that's the most recent one that many of us will recall as far as like world boxing is concerned at the moment. So it's a very interesting topic, and I really want to see these guys fight against each other. Let me go back to the comments and then read some few comments also coming in. He said, who are they going to fight if they're in their next couple of fights? JJ Clottey, unfortunately, I don't know that, so I won't be able to speak to that. But what I have seen in the news is that Alfred Lamptey, after winning the titles or after collecting the titles, has been called out by John Laryea, who we all call the expensive boxer. He's called him out that he would want to fight him. He says he has thrown the challenge to him that he would really want to come, because don't forget, Laryea is not just an ordinary person. He has the featherweight title, so I think he has all the right in the world to call for the person who is having the title above him, which to me makes sense. If I've won a national title, I think it would be fair for me it would make sense for me to want to win the next big thing, which would be a title like what Alfred Lamptey is having. So if Laryea is calling Lamptey to say that I want to have a showdown with you, I think it is in the right direction. He also came back to say that Commodore, they must fight each other to equip them for the outside challenge. And that I also agree, JJ Clottey. He says that he thinks that these two guys need to fight, and then we'll get to know who really is ready for the world. Anita came in to say that exactly. I'm sure it is in agreement to many of the things that I have said. And yes, it will be great for us to see these two guys coming in to make it happen. Commodore came back laughing, and I'm sure it would be in response to what JJ Clottey said. But guys, overall, it's been an exciting show today. I really enjoyed myself. The good thing is I had Alfred Lamptey on the show. I was trying to see whether I could have him back on the show. Hello, Alfred. Hello, Alfred. He's still with me. He hasn't left me. But unfortunate thing is that I've not been able to connect with him. But then I think we've all got to understand his journey, where he came from, and of course the fact that some of the people that he has lost in his life, including his father and one of his very good friends, that could have also become, or that could have also one of his friends that could have also gone on to become like what he is now. I think all this, the death of some of these two people or these two guys are some of the things that have motivated him for him to go hard, for him to become what he is today. He also spoke to the fact that yes, he has a contract with Alex Ntiamo's promoter and is working with Coach Ebeneza, who is the head coach of Black Panthers gym. And I was trying to get his reaction or his comments on the John Laryea situation, but unfortunately I was not able to get him to get it. But overall, guys, it's been a great day. I really appreciate all the comments that came in, especially from Okonate, Sete Japan, Lorenzo, Isaka, 29 Boxing Studios, Isaac Selom, Eric Commodore. Thank you for always making time to tune in and to send us a comment. Of course, the comment that also came in from Lawrence Loco is something that also means a lot to us. And so from JJ Clottey is a boxer himself, guys. He's in the military, but it's one of the guys that I would really want to see him box, because I'm one of the privileged people that saw him box, and I feel like if he steps into the ring to go professional, he can go to the very top. And so we're really also rooting and hoping that him and one of the other guys that commented again, which is Jerry Latte, also another good boxer who's also in the military. I only hope that one day they would also, become professional, and then the world will also see how great they are. Also, thank you to Isaac Selom, Sabali, Luis Ketera, Anita Adi, and of course Eric Commodore. Thank you guys all for tuning to sending your comments. Those who have liked it and everything, we really appreciate you guys all. JJ Clottey, Felix Williams is there. Michael Papo is also there. Highly competitive. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Commodore, Felix Williams, and all those guys. Like I said, there should be that kind of competition, so that we will get to know who really can take us to the next level. So. Alfred, once again, he's able to be a national team champion, coming in from Philip Cote. Philip Cote is also one of the guys that went to Germany to represent Ghana, and of course they came home as medalists, a gold medalist. And so we really, really also celebrate some of our fighters. You see what I'm saying? The fighters are there, all right? Some of them are not fighting professional. Some of them are still on the amateur, but they've really given a good account of themselves. If tomorrow we wake up and we see people like Philip Cote and JJ Clottey and other guys turn professional, we have a lot of things to say about them, because then we know that they've represented Ghana fighting other places. But for somebody like John Laryea and then Alfred Lamptey, we can't really say that for them. And so this is the opportunity for them to really fight for us to see what they can really be. That's what I was talking about. So yeah, Philip Cote, thanks for sending in the message. JJ Clottey, Eric Commodore, all of you, man, we really appreciate you for tuning in to watch us. Still can stay with us. We're trying to get Joseph Kinko Agbeko on the show, God willing, next week. We're still having a conversation with him, and hopefully if he agrees and then he gives us his time, we'll also bring him on the show and get to speak to him. Before we go, we want to connect Alfred Lamptey for the last time and see whether we can hear him. And then before we close the show, Alfred Onue. Hello, Alfred, Onuwe.
Okay.
Onuwe lo.
Over there, me know.
Beni ote achegbe pi, achiche egbe pi, shi dano ba ya. Mi no ba ke many amenwi akeshi amen sani oke agbaja meke see Commodore man in my head. Agbaja meke holy meke many achache egbe sha keshi boden onu pi. Maka many uto amemeke ambat mono kamano. Mi no ba wie ye me na kan gbe mai.
Ntama ke na gama ke amewie wa shi be amle chamelia ke meni me gbe na me cheche ke ni bi oli dogbe toge abaja amo amelia ke na gama na cho ame she ko level ame nyemi jeme meni ba nyemi ona na gama ame nyemi ona ni amele chamelia ke mini Nagame amenyemi jeme meni ba nyemi ka Nagame ameshe ko level John Laryea ke olido beto ameshe ko level kra boxing na me no asana ma kasini na me ba asana ma kasini na me ba onyo ge na ma dumoyin aka oge mba no da bi mi ma plab onyo dumoyin aka oge mba no ageneke no mo eyi mi on na ni nya mo na ge gbege bi na kume ona me ni me ipa by boxing mi ka ma no na ka shimi ko bad mo nya ko ge mba no ene me ke ni bi le ba ashton da bi wa ashton yeah
Men ko ya keshi o segbe na no wi akeshi small na no wi onu no wi o.
forget
Men ko mo ka keshi ni o segbe wo no ka keshi amenye bu.
forget me
Ti ka keshi men ko mo wi akeshi ni o segbe wo o ka keshi amenye bu ko ni fight e ka ba no.
insa so mo nyemi mi insa so mo nyemi na me wi aga mi shegbe na ka me amba nyem na ka expensive boss aga mene only dog beto ameke nya ga mba nyem jeme ko ni ba nyem kra na me jeme ko ni ba nyem kra mene me na me ameshego kra ameshego
Okay. Okay.
na ka me nyo mi ka ma ka ama training boxing no mo na me no ke abaja ke mene joy mene oli dog beto jimi ele be boxing asa ma pa ma tashi ma tunoko ma ta u fit ako ma tu onyo ke na yimi minister ga yimi kami yimi ele boxing asa ma pa ma ta no kun ma tu sigo fo onyo ke na ma yimi ni boxers mu ni ke no me fa me tough ame cha mo ko ni mini ame ke na ka mo no ni mo tough na ma me ke no abaja mo le ke no ni mo tough e mene yin pe be no mene obo le ke no ni tough she no po obo yile she a feel draw obo yile a feel draw na ga me fe je me ko ni ba nyem ame nyemi je me ko ni ba nyem ka ame sheku nya kase an expensive boss ya kase mi only dog beto ya kase mi ni sheku
she Alfred ke e ba question a fight between Buke Alfred Lamptey ejino kuno o ba pene no ba ni na can fight e manolo. All right, guys, I've lost him again. But then, I mean, I think he said a lot of things, and the comments keep coming back again. And I think many of you are enjoying the show, or you are enjoying the way that he's talking. Commodore came in again. He's hitting up. It will be fireworks. More Hope says that Alfred is a very good boxer. So Tony Silva is saying that the fight will be very massive. We are waiting for it. Philip is also saying that boxing is all about technical and tactical aspect. And Anita is also saying yes. So you can see that many people are really enjoying this particular talk. Anita is becoming the spokeswoman for Alfred Lamptey. He's saying that he will fight, and I would really want to have that confirmation coming in from Alfred Lamptey to confirm if he would really accept to fight. A specific lie. That is if the promoter makes the fight, if he will be willing to make that fight happen. So guys, I will try and connect with him for the very last time. Of course, you guys should bear with us. We are trying to have the conversation with him far away in Ghana, and the network is not so great, and so we are trying to have him on the show. But guys, it's been a very good time having all of you on the show, and from especially the people that tune in to comment. And if there's anything that you want me to ask him, you could also throw it in here so that if he comes on, I'll ask him briefly. Bear with us. We are having some few internet problems with or internet connection with him. But I really appreciate the fact that he went for a very long time, more than 15 minutes, and still came back and then to give us the responses that we were waiting for. He said a very good thing. I mean, he said very interesting things. He said he has fought real fighters, or as in he has fought real veterans, but we can't say the same for Alfred Lamptey, for John Laryea. He's saying that John Laryea has already the toughest fight that he fought was against Ezekiel Annan, at the Dons Promotions, which ended in a draw. He even says that in his opinion, he even thought Ezekiel won, but they gave it to him. He won, but they made it a draw. But whatever it is, I think that's one of the fights that I would have really wanted to see a rematch. I think I said it earlier before he's even saying it, but it is what it is. Commodore made a suggestion which I think we should also take it very seriously, and it will help us all in all. Talking about the fact that maybe if the guys are able to fight Michael Papo, and if we bring Michael Papo into the mix, and of course Felix Williams into the mix, it will be a very good opportunity for us to make our assessment. I also agree to it, and so we want to see if that fight can be made. Fighters need to fight themselves. That is the overall. If they're able to fight themselves, we'll be able to know who's ready and who's not ready. Guys, I think we've done more than 1 hour, and we still haven't been able to get in touch with Alfred Lamptey. But I really appreciate the time that the effort he put in trying to reconnect, because he tested me that he's been trying and still he's not been able to get through. So really appreciate the fact that he's retried many times and hasn't been able to connect. And we also really appreciate the fact that many of you fans also tune in to also made your voice and your comment heard. We'll be back here, like I said, with King Kong Agbeko. We're trying to have him on the show, God willing, next week. We're still in talks with him and also get to know when he's going to step into the ring, and of course he's been the almost number 1 and number 2 on the BBO bantamweight rankings for more than 2 years. We want to find out what is happening and if he's also going to jump into the ring to give Ghanaians another world title again. And also, we're trying to have most of our fighters on the show to have a conversation with them and then connect with them the way it's supposed to be. God willing, coming Saturday, there's a fight at the Kahaya Lounge at the East Legon. A British fighter Peter will be there in Ghana to defend to compete for the WBO Global and the WBO Africa title, against a Tanzanian boxer. And so I think it's Kawasari. And so we'll also keep our eyes on that particular fight. Like Kboxtv will definitely be there to stream the show live for you people to also watch. One of the fights on the card that I'm super excited about is the heavyweight clash between Ousmane and then Ebenezer Tete. you know, Benedetta went to fight with Daniel Dubois in UK, and then he lost by round 1. But he was one of the guys that we always thought that he could go very far in the game, but unfortunately, he lost that fight. So we'll keep an eye on that particular fight and see how it's going to go. Alfred, hello. Onue. Alfred Onue. Alfred Onue, hello. Oh, we lost him again. Alfred Onue. Final question in Kehabu Jakashi. Ke fighter ba Akashin Mene, a pair book, expensive boxer, I can fight a Obaho Yemino Nolo.
Network one lot.
O final Mimbi Akashi, Kemene de Bakashi, a confirm Akashi, book a pair book, expensive boxer, I can fight a Obahe Nikuno Nolo. Akakashi book, expensive boxer, I can fight a fee, who find and I can fight a Obahe no Nolo. Oh, we lost him. Oh, exactly. Upon Sankojo Afrani. You know, I was trying to ask him about his view on fighting. Exactly. You know, that's the exact question I was trying to ask him and to get his feedback on. But the network is not our friend today. Too bad. The network is not our friend today. But I think for some reason I'm willing to stay on for some few minutes because he keeps texting me to say that he's trying, and anytime he comes on the network, it's not like on his side. So okay, I think we have him back on again. Guys, let's please stay with me. Let us just try and close the show in a way that we'll all go like, oh, okay, the champ is saying that he's ready to accept the fight, or he's not ready, or is not willing to give him the opportunity for him to fight. So stick with us, and then let's just get that particular response from him, and then from there we'll find a way of bringing the promoters onto the show and ask them if they'll be able to make the fight happen. Alfred. The network. I think Philip Cote is ahead of himself. He says that yes, they are ready to box, and so it will be great for us to get a confirmation from the fighter himself if he's really ready to accept the fight. Guys are watching Kboxtv. We are live on Facebook, on Instagram. Sorry, live on Facebook, on Twitter, and also live on YouTube. You know, so our YouTube link is also in the description of this particular text. Please make sure that you click the link and then you connect with us on YouTube, so that anytime that we go on, and click the notification bell, so that anytime we click we come on to talk to somebody, you'll be able to get notified. Champion Onue. Okay, maybe I can fight there, Bano. I can book a John Laryea. Cafe pay. I can fight there. Who find it? Ubanolu. Network. All right, guys. Okay, Onue. We'll find a fight between Buke Agbaja. I can fight. We'll find a cafe. Ubanolu. Bukom Bomber, I found a fight a calf your banolu. Alfred. Hello, Alfred. Alfred, I don't know. All right, guys, I think I'll speak to him, and then personally I'll get his message, and anytime I jump on here, I'll be able to give you the feedback. Of course, Anita is true, the Ghana Network. I love your shows, Kboxtv. Well done, brother. Well done, Philip, for also representing Ghana and bringing Ghana, a medal from Germany. I really appreciate you. Thank you for the love that you're showing me in return. Guys, this time we'll end the show today. We'll be back here, God willing, next week with another person on the show. Hopefully, we'll be able to speak to John Laryea and, of course, to the rest of the guys as well. Because his name came into the mix. And like I said, I'm trying to get Joseph Ambeko on the show, God willing, next week, so that we can also have a conversation with him. Guys, until next week, have a very good evening. And still, one of my favorite skits that I always enjoy in my home is what I'm about to share with you. And after that particular skit, if you don't hear from us, we really appreciate your time. Have a very good evening. I don't know.
I mean,
I can fight between Bukom Bomber, Kebano, I can fight of Manolu.
I'm feel ready. Kebano, mano.
Hey, the Ken I can fight Kebano, take by anything.
Okay.
Kebano, I can fight take by anything. Obano clear out alone about a fan.
Agbena.
Hey, Obano play.
Agbena.
Obano stop play.
Ukona mukoni VPA bemo amalelon onani kona mukoni VPA bemo amalelon eshe bia keke onani bia ne le onko honesty onani onko honesty kinka abajano minima na na anuko kinka abajano ina anuko bia ne mi anye kingele no mi base bia ne mi anye oh mi anye abajaje mo ko nikra lete amana lele onani ete amana lele ona ete ama future le ete amana lele je mo ko abaja ma lele mo ko lele ete amana lele onani ete amana lele yeah ona eba han fire di ko me gani bi shinko kule ona kemi an fire di gani bi ona enye tashi ona ni kemi an fire di gani bi enye tashi ona yeah kemi an fire di gani bi ti won no go mi ta na lele mo future la lo no go yeah ita ma na lele mene small boy ni kai small boy bo mo go no kwa ma to na mo ge no oyin po wa je mo go jibo yin wa ama to enyu no asani ko eni wo yo po le we fita eni wo yo ona shwe man bilesani ona yeah asani go fita eni wo yo shwe man bilesani ama to enyu no ono kwa ama to bo amu gwa ga ba 10 professional get away you know ko obu mo yi asani ko eni wo yo po le we fita asani go fita
Okay, Alfred. Show below wa. No, me no back end. Okay, many show below them. Dani wa ya. Okon wa ni show.
Na ga me da me finish. Aga me come live. Me da me finish. Mo mi wala se ekele mu. Yeah, mo mi wala se ekele. Me da me finish.
Okay, Alfred. What that was
ya gbele gba ni. If I say fe nu gbele gba ni.
Amen.
Inshallah. Mo ba ni ba mu.
Amen. What I was actually what invite boy Obano Howard. What no ma job ko ni Kanofia no Kboxtv oba wa ni ko no ko wa gbasa ni. Yo.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, all right. Okay, guys. I'm very grateful that we're able to get him to get his final words, and hopefully we'll be having him back on the show, and then in the future, and get other guys to on the show. Guys, like I said, we'll be back here, God willing, next week. And anytime that you say a prayer, say one for us, one for Alfred Lamptey, for John Laryea, for all the guys, a little better, everybody. We need everybody alive and strong, and we all need each other to get to the top. And so, guys, we pray for strength, and we pray that we'll be able to have long lives and to enjoy the sport that we love most, which is boxing. Like I said, I'm about to leave you with one of the skits that I like watching a lot. And if you don't see us again after this skit, we are gone. Until then, have a very good evening, and may God bless you. Goodbye.
I'm ready for this fight. Sorry for one, you fall down, not two, you fall down. Not three, you fall down. No, four, you fall down. No, fight, I'm 6 more because sorry for it's a different person combat. It's a nuisance. It's a damn road. Sorry for it's a procrastination. I'm ready for this time. So I want to have a fancy, all of us come in. If you don't come in, don't watch your money. All of us come in.